All right, hello. We're just gonna go over today my Summoner Duels matches for SDR. Let's just do a quick review. Let's show you the team. This is actually pretty strong team here. Ended up going with Secret Maneuver at the end. But yeah, Cordelia, basically a Fates team plus Byleth and Chrom, because Byleth is really good and Chrom is also... Byleth is really good and Leon is really good. And then I threw Lamera in there for the last match. Zach here, the homie, picked this up from Binding Worlds. Really nice Chrom there. So I think we played like 10 matches, I think, which is a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I was like really like in and out at certain points in it. I felt so tired, man. Like, it's really draining playing SDR or SDS, whichever game mode, for sustained periods of time. And that's one of the things that can sometimes lead you to mistakes. And first match here was up against Jose. It's not like anyone's even forcing you to play all of them in the same sitting, but it's probably best to do that. Jose has a near save plus 10 Brave Edelgard here, aging like fine wine, pretty much like Brave Hector in a sense. I was really contemplating if I should have went with the similar build on my Chroms, because having some type of ability to counterattack no matter who is attacking would have really helped out. This was a mistake here. I didn't actually mean to reposition to change fate Leon into danger there. That was I didn't acknowledge the range, so that was a throw from the beginning. But we ended up still being able to pull out the win here because we got one of the troublesome units off the board, and neither of his range units would have been able to take out Byleth. So yeah, we're good to go here. We're just playing chicken pretty much until he puts himself into a situation where he is trapped. So yeah, we're basically just wasting dual skills at this point, wasting actions, just to see who makes the wrong decisions first. And as you already saw from the beginning, I made a bad choice to begin with, so I'm already at a deficit. But I do have more points because I did have a solid opening, because the Chroms allow me to do that, along with guidance on Cordelia. And I just go in for the kill here because it just made the most sense at this point. Not that I had to push, but I mean, I could have just stalled this out because there was no way they would have been able to get through Byleth with what he had available. And yeah, I had already won once Edelgard was Winter Edelgard was off the map, and there you go. And at this point, I was really still wondering, should I have put close counter on my Chroms, because it really does help out in some of those melee matchups, allowing them to be able to counterattack, or just to give the opponent something to think about. Now, this matchup is something that I've slowly realized that omni-tanking, like, not even slowly, like, I've come to the realization that omni-tanking in any game mode in Fae is pretty much just out the window at this point. No matter who you're using, they're just dead, man. Like, really nice plus 10 units here. Even the plus 10 Mirabilis, like, the banner just came out. Like, what are you doing? But yeah, omni-tanking is just dead, man. This legendary Corn here is not long for this world. Even though she has the bonus doubler and everything, she's just not going to survive. I backed out there because I wasn't able to get my AoE up on Leon. It was either an AoE or I would have gone with a special, but I felt like the AoE on Leon just does way more, so that was my decision there. Now, this was very surprising. Duo Nina taking out Byleth was quite a shock. And that really threw the match a little bit in their favor, because it caught me like way off guard. I wasn't expecting that to happen, but yeah, apparently that's the thing. Yeah, but I was able to recover from there. And from here, I'm pretty much just trying to get Leon into a position where he can take out some units and slowly but surely just break down the enemy team. There we go. Lock down the Dancer. The bonus doubler from this Mirabilis is actually doing quite a bit for his team. But I still have the upper hand with the AoE here. Had to back out there just to get Leon into position, and then they pop the dance to get the bonus doubler, but it's just not going to be enough. So much damage, like that's so, she got like 3 hits pretty much in that one combat alone, and that was enough to wipe her out. I don't see how that's fair, man. This Leon is such a cheat unit. I don't even think it's Leon's fault. The fact that you can do chip damage, then actual damage, then no, he did chip damage, no, he did AoE damage, then chip damage, then actual damage. Like, how are you meant to survive that? That's really why I was saying that like Omnitankin is just dead in this game. Like how are you meant to survive 3 attacks before you can even get a hit in? The only other option is to like Vantage, of course, but I mean, with Leon, he kind of like makes that a little bit challenging with his sweep effect. But yeah, from there we were able to kind of like get into a groove. I was pretty zoned in at this point. I wasn't worried about any of the units here being able to take out Byleth, since these are all green threats. The only things here that really scared me were Alencia and this Ashnard here, maxed investment, and I'm going to be able to just cancel away here, so that if he tried to initiate, you know, I'd be able to get the kill. Canto Control was really the biggest scare there. Now, this was the first loss here, and by this point, I was actually at my limit, and I ended up making such a bad play here. This was a match that I really should have won, but I just ended up making a bad play here. And this was also a tough match in the sense that I wasn't sure what options to take. I think in the end I ended up getting outranged by the enemy team here, because he has, or she has, they have 2 calves versus my 1. And I just wasn't sure ultimately if going in first, yeah, which is what I end up doing. I end up attacking first. I don't know, I wasn't sure if I should have went second, because Sanaki is going to be able to take out Byleth, so I figured just go ahead and do this with my Leon, but at the same time I know I was going to lose Leon, so maybe I should have just let them attack first. I really wasn't sure. Like, if you know what would have been the better choice there, please do, you know, point it out, but I just wasn't sure whether I should have went in first or let them attack me first. I couldn't figure it out. And then from there, they pretty much have the upper hand, because both of their nukes are able to take out Byleth. Either Sanaki or Leon, and he went with Leon because I lose an extra action. Take out Leon. Sanaki comes in, and it's a trading war, and I'm gonna lose this trading war because Dance
Look at the snow.
And Guidance. Here we go. Desperation, and Marth actually is able to take out Chrom, because I didn't even get the bonus doubler on Chrom, so yeah, that's GG's there. Tough match. That was a really tough one, and that one really put me at my limit. I had to take a break after that. Then I came back, took on this this team here. That was kind of similar in a sense, but looking at the nukes that he had, the only thing that could really threaten me was the Veil. I think they may have been down to their last match here because they were using what's this unit's name? Lumera. So that might have been you know, just a bad matchup for them. It does come down a lot of times to matchups. Not much you can do if you match into someone that just has a team that counters everything that you have, and once Brave Corn is gone, it's pretty much yeah, I just win from here. Not much that they can do to stop me. Very surprised that Vale was able to get this kill, but that was probably because of Unity from Robin. But as you can see here, bang, and they're not able to take out Leon, so it's GG's. And I would have probably killed with Valentine's Chrom anyway, so it was, yeah, no coming back for them there. Still a bunch of matches to go here. It was really tiring. I played all of these matches in the early morning, I want to say around like 3 to 4 a.m., 3 to 5 a.m., 2 hours I think it took. A little bit more than 2 hours. And then this is they were using basically an AoE team. It really sucks when you have to try to figure out how to avoid the enemy's range, which is really why I have my team set up the way that I have. As you can, I'm about to show you here that they can reach pretty far. I didn't go for my dual skill on turn 1 because I wanted to at least see what the enemy was going to do. And then I went for, I think I'm going to go for Byleth's dual skill just to get the AoE protection.
Next house, over there.
Because I'm going to make some big moves on this turn. What they did do though was they positioned really smartly with Robin here, Fallen Grima, to avoid my AoE. And then Miracle. Yep. Yeah, that really helped them out. And then my mistake here was, you're gonna see it in a minute. I actually kind of threw take out Leon naturally, and then I threw here with that swap. I didn't realize that I had left Chrom in that position, and that's pretty much what cost me the game. Now, if I was able to take out Robin, or if I had waited just a little bit more turns, a few more turns, this would have probably worked out in my favor. But once I swapped there with Byleth, yeah, it was over. All I could do was try to chase down their units as best as possible and try to avoid Seliph here, who is going to be able to kill my only nuke in the form of Chrom, Valentine's Chrom. Yeah, so I have Byleth who can counter all of the ranged threats that are left, but Chrom will die to legendary Seliph here, to brave Seliph here. So I had to do my best to try to protect Valentine's Chrom while trying to get points on the board, because as you can see, they have the advantage on points because they did take out my captain with their captain, so double the points. And yeah, from here, there's just no chance for me to catch up unless I'm able to take out Asker, which I just can't reach him without first killing rearmed Robin. So it was a GG's. Big throw on my part there. Yeah, one of those things that you hate to see, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, that's that one. But overall, things were going pretty well, I would say. The Chroms are just that powerful, man. I was just able to demolish most of these matchups here with just damage from both of the Chroms alone. This was tough though, because Mir is actually super annoying, especially when you're playing warping strategies, and I think that's going to be something that they do moving forward, putting these types of effects into the
New Year
save skills. Like, the save skills need to do more than just offer you the ability to save, and I definitely think that's the direction that they're going to go in. It's going to give like swap, sabotage, or some sort of effect in the tier 4 saves. But for now, he is running the AoE on his Summer Ephraim, who I am unable to kill right now because Mir is out of the range of the AoE, and plus they get to go first, so yeah, they are going to take out Leon here, which is the biggest threat to them. But that's fine though, because we got Treachery on board, and this really swung the stat differences for my Valentine's Chrom here, because I was not able to take out this Ephraim without the Treachery. Myrrh would have died anyways, but this Ephraim was a little bit too bulky, and his prime was active because of Garrick. He was getting the full effects of the status buffs from Garrick, so that allowed his prime to be fully active. Very smart play there from the enemy team. Why am I calling them the enemy team? I don't know, but you know, just shutting down my units there really just did wonders for them. But they were already like behind in terms of plays that they could do. I popped Violet's dual skill there because he was basically dead anyway, so I figured why not, and then take him out, take out, trade, and we attack Garrick here because his prime, I don't think he had prime, I think he had the other A skill that gave you the 9 ideal. I think he had an ideal skill. Since Garrick is the only one that we can kill there, we just take out Garrick, and that's it. No more turns left. We win on points, and that's GG's. And then this match here against someone aiming for rank 1. It's so hard to climb out of the lower tiers. It's not that it's hard, it just, because it takes so long, you're just left with nothing like when you start getting to the higher tiers, and it means that you're more likely to lose matches that you would typically win. Like some of those matches, some of the losses that I've taken so far are matches that I probably would have won if I had played them earlier on in the run. Granted, the Leon and Sanaki team, probably I would have ended up losing that one still because I wasn't sure overall if I should have attacked first or let them attack first. It's such a weird... well, that one's weird. Like, when you're trading, I don't know, like even in battle... Why am I saying battle? When you're... typically when you're playing most games, it's better to be the one to move first. And take out just to apply pressure, you know? But at the same time, sometimes it's better to see what your opponent does and then react. So I don't know, man. I'm still not sure which move would have been better off for me. There you can see that he went in immediately and took out my far save, but I won the game because I was able to take out their Leon, and I still had my Leon on the board. So in terms of a trade there, I don't know if it was a good trade for me to make, because Leon is such a valuable unit that sacrificing him just to take out the far save might not have been worth it, is what I'm thinking at this point, but I'm not sure. Anna we deal with because we have, and they didn't have the miracle up if I remember correctly, so we were able to get the one shot there, and that's that. Yeah, Halloween Anna sucks. I really hate her. I hate her so much. And then from there, I was again exhausted at this point. This is like 5 a.m. no sleep. And I just wasn't prepared for this one. This again was a Mer team, and the warp inhibitance. Is that a word? I don't think that's a word. Inhibitance. I don't. That doesn't sound like a word. Yeah, she was blocking my warp, and then Hortensia, actually good unit, was just doing a lot to really just slow me down, and ultimately that's the reason that I lost, because I just wasn't able to position in the manner that I wanted, and because they had so many melee threats, I was worried about losing my range units. Again, this was the match that I was thinking that maybe I should have brought close counter as the A skill for these two Chroms, because they both run close counter very, very well. They're both very bulky, so it's definitely a viable option for both of them. So in the future, I might do that. I don't know, because it does help. It does allow them to frontline better once they're not getting one shot. But yeah, we eventually get into the zone. They're already leading on points though, which is bad for me. But as you can see, they're in full retreat. But I need to get rid of this Mer, so I again traded my my Leon for and they have the. a lot of these matches with Leon comes down to who still has Leon left. And as you can see there, I positioned badly there with my my Chrom because I don't know, it was bad positioning from me because they shut down my action there, and that's really what cost me the game. Yeah, you can see a lot of mistakes being made here, and then Leon is going to take out Byleth, shut down the action of Chrom again, so I won't have him for the next turn, which I wasn't aware of until the next turn came up, and I was like, hey, why is my Chrom not able to move? And I was like, oh, right. Apparently the unit that is getting far saved is not going to be affected by the end turn effects. It's going to be one of the other units that are closer, which unfortunately was Chrom. Typically, Cordelia would have been the one to get her turn ended, which is fine because I don't really need Cordelia for anything aside from warping. But yeah, another match loss. A lot of bad decisions made for me there, and I was down to my last life there. And then I ran into this guy, but I was using Lumera, who I did not practice with. I practiced with Byleth, but in the end, I practiced with Marth, Emblem Marth. But I decided to go with Lumera because of the terrain effects. But in either case, I still would have ended up losing because the team just wasn't going to function as well without both Chroms. So this disc, it was already over at this point. Not much else that I could do. I was completely on empty at this point anyway, so kind of just threw in the towel. Once Byleth died to Ivy there, and that was pretty much it for me. That was the end of the run. I got like really high. I was close to hitting. I think I was close to hitting Master Diamond B, but just didn't pan out that way. We'll go again. I'll go again in the next SDR that's upcoming. Probably by then there'll be a counter to Leon, so this strategy probably won't be as effective. We'll see what happens, but yeah, things went okay. I'm not gonna say like winning 6 matches is not something to be discounted, because there are days when you're probably only going to get 1 win in SDR because you just get hard countered by everything. I felt like Leon was such a powerful unit in this season of SDR that yeah, he just helped me out a lot. But GG's, see you in the next one.